Nephron, you know that nephron has a many parts, that is distal loop of Henle, proximal loop of Henle, then glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, everything, and collecting tubule till the ureters and the pelvis of the kidney, okay, the kidney or the renal system. So when we talk about the patient is probably having a problem in having the excretion of urine or the renal organs, the renal tubules, everywhere there is a problem. Failure of the nephrons resultant will cause the patient to go in for acute renal failure or chronic renal failure. So when a patient is in acute renal failure, the kidney is not doing any proper functioning, the urine is not excreted, the urea, creatinine, sodium, potassium, whatever it is, it has to be excreted, is stagnating in the bloodstream. The blood is pumped, 25% of blood is pumped, whichever is pumped out of the cardiac output is reaching the kidneys for purification. So 25% of blood will not get purified. The accumulated electrolytes will cause trouble to the normal hemodynamics of the body. So we need to excrete the electrolytes and all other waste products out of the body. So the technique whichever is being used is called as hemodialysis. Have you heard about this? So the patient who is in complete renal failure, might be an acute or chronic, will undergo this hemodialysis. What is hemodialysis? Dialysis is a machine which is used to remove the waste products from the kidney, from the blood. The kidney's role is being taken up by an external machine, like mechanical ventilator. How the lungs action is taken up by the mechanical ventilator, this dialysis is the new machine which will be taking up the role of the kidneys. So how the system works on. So when you see this, have you seen a patient undergoing dialysis? The patient might be having an AV fistula. AV is artery and veins will be combined together so that one point of entry and exit can be achieved. Okay. So the blood from the artery is being taken up. You can come closer so that you can see how this is. So the blood from the artery is being taken up. The blood is being removed. So the blood from the vein is being taken up. So this is blue mark, right? The blood from the vein is taken up. It will be taken up and it is being pumped into the blood pump where the pressure will be increased. You know the arteries are having more pressure. Yes or no? The cardiac blood pressure is being directly reflected in the artery, so the blood flow will be more. The pressure in the blood will be more. It will be entering into the blood pump, then it will be entering, it will be taken out to the filter. This will be the dialyzer or the filter where things will be filtered. A new dialyzer machine, the fluid will be pumped into the dialyzer filter, and the air trap, whichever is being inside the arterial blood will be trapped and it will be collected in the air filters. So the role of the nephrons are taken up in this dialyzer. Okay, the role of nephrons are taken up in the dialyzer. We have a dialyzer inflow pressure monitor and venous pressure monitor being attached with the dialyzer and the blood flow fluid tubings. So after the dialysis is over, we will be making sure that the electrolytes are removed. Sodium, urea, creatinine and excess of potassium all will be removed. So it will be inside the filter. The purified blood will be entering into the another tubing and it will be connected towards the AV fistula. Either if it is the AV fistula, it will be into the AV fistula side, or else it will be punctured into the venous vessel. You understand? Only the venous vessel will take the rectified or purified blood to the heart, then it will be pumped towards the entire body from the heart. So we are taking out blood from the artery towards the flow of blood flow. We will take off and it will be pumped into the dialyzer machine. Air will be trapped in new dialyzer, whichever this fluid will be carrying more number of electrolytes so that it can neutralize the waste products, take off the waste products and neutralize the blood concentration of electrolytes. Okay, so this is how this dialyzer machine will work. So in a quick recap, you can see a fistula. From the vein it is being taken up. So from the artery it is being taken up, it will be entering into the blood dialyzer machine. So air trap or air deductor will be taken up, used dialyzer fluid will be taken back in the machine, filtered. So we will not be we will have to make sure that the air is not entering into the bloodstream at any cost. What happens if the air is entering into the bloodstream? It will result in air embolism. Okay, especially when the patient is on heart-lung machine or under the dialyzer machine. Another one is a plasma paralysis machine. So all these things, we are taking up blood from the patient body. We are mixing up, or the blood will enter into the machine and do the process of cleansing or refilling, everything done in the dialyzer unit. The membranes will take up the role and then it will be re-entered to the patient. So the functional unit of kidney is being replaced, or we are temporarily or permanently making the patient undergo the cleansing process using a hemodialysis machine or hemodialysis process. You understand now what it is? Okay. What do you mean by AV fistula, Anisha? Arteriovenous fistula, where the artery and veins will be fused together, so that every time, every puncture is being avoided. One particular area we can go for it. Any other doubts you have? Darshini, can you mention can you tell me what is the role of a dialyzer?
The dialysis is a filter of the...
It will filter all the waste products and it will be resetting the purified blood which normally comes out from a kidney. The blood will be pumped out of a dialyzer similar to the blood which comes out of the kidney. Okay, so the blood will be coming out and this machine fluid will be excreted out. The role of removing the waste products will be done with the help of a dialyzer machine. This is the complex process of dialysis. Any doubts? Thank you.